Hi, my name is Kimberly and this is Missy Plays. This is my new swampcore island. This is what my map looked like when I started, and I'm just doing my entrance build at this point. Um, just the view from my airport. Right now I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what's gonna go where and how it's gonna look. So I go back and forth and move it around, change my mind, which happens a lot. All these codes I have put at the end, and they will be in the description also. So I decided to just start laying down the swamp code, and of course every animal on the island is over here apparently trying to help me, mostly by getting in the way. But this is just the swamp code I have, which I just really like. There were a couple of different choices from the same maker, and this one I liked best. Trying to just fit in because I need to make this path to go over to resident services from the airport. And I kind of want it to curve around a swampy area and lead up to resident services. So I'm trying to make the curve to go up around a swampy area. And I will, a lot of these codes I end up picking back up in because I start adding things and I needed to make room for things like trees and that kind of thing, bushes. I see, I changed my mind again because I wanted it to curve more. Because I didn't want it to be just a straight path going up to resident services. It was really important to me that it almost be a little bit meandering. Um, and that's what I was trying to go for here, a little bit of a meandering path getting you from the airport all the way to resident services. I'm putting down the codes manually like this. Sometimes I do them down manually, sometimes I open up the designer. It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. A lot of times when I'm first starting an area, I will do it this way just to get my general layout. Although at this point, I did not have the ability to lay them down with the designer. I end up having to go and get it so I can, when I decide I was going to do it that way, I had to go up and purchase it from with my Nook Miles tickets. I had not done it yet. This was right after I had unlocked terraforming. Originally, I'd had those codes. I didn't care for them, so I didn't include them in my description because I end up not using them at all. I didn't like how they looked on the ground. Um, I decided I needed a tree, so I wouldn't go in there because, ugh, the bridge. Bridges are so difficult. I wanted to put in a decayed tree right here, but it would not fit because of the bridge, which is just so frustrating. And neither would my vine. So I was like, forget this. I'm just going to make this bigger so I can put my thing here. If all else fails. And I didn't like how the tree was just right in line with the vine with it there. So I just moved it back one space. There you go. Much better. So I started planting a little bit of flowers, a couple of, started doing some bushes. I'm going to go get my flowers. I have chosen to use pretty much purple and black flowers and the green one, the green mom. I had originally thought I might use the white tulips because they're kind of got a green tint to them, but I had decided to stop using them. I just didn't feel like they fit, and I had more than enough different colors and different flowers. And the tree fits right where I want it, so I decided to put some leaf coat underneath, like the leaves had just all fallen off of the tree. So there's a mess underneath from all the leaves. I decided I wanted to put a tree here, and I want it to be a stunted tree. That's why there's the two holes. I don't have the tree yet, but I was marking out where I was going to put my tree, and the tree is stunted right behind it. Got to pop a bush in there. Pop another bush. Got to put a tree here. Now I thought I could put a tree here. I wanted to put a stunted tree there, but there wasn't going to be enough room for the stunting tree to go behind it. And I just really don't like it when you can see the tree used as stunted. So I decided to not do that because of that. Another vine popped in, different colors. I kind of wanted the vines to be looking a little bit like they were dying. I had thought to put this over here, but it just really didn't fit. And I said, you know what? I've got room on the other side. And sure enough, it fits over here. And so I pick it up. I put some leaf coat down and pop my pop my flower back in. Gonna put another stunted tree right here. I came over here to pop down flowers, pop down some, all my flowers, and then of course I put it down in the hole because I had the hole there for the tree and it has to put it in there. So going over, this is where I had I started planting my bushes because I wanted them to grow, but they hadn't grown yet, and I needed a few more for this area. So running back, now I'm popping my bushes in over here. I didn't want my bushes to be flowering, so I chose ones that would be out of season. But they wanted them to, the greens to be two different colors. So I believe it was a hydrangea and a just because I wanted the different texture, the different colors, but what I didn't want the flowers on them. And since this is going to be set in summer, July, I had to be really careful about which bushes I picked so that they would indeed not be in bloom. I'm trying so hard because I want to get a tree in right here, but the water is just making things difficult for me. And I keep reforming this area and redoing it, getting sidetracked by the idea what it's going to look like next to it, because I want to have an idea what it's going to look like. And I just keep getting so distracted by the swamp that's not here yet. So I decided I'm gonna just reform this a little bit, and because I still want it to be wide enough to be a river, but I also want to be able to fit my trees in here. And so I got distracted by the swamp because I want to put swamp over here, and I got a little distracted, and I kept putting things down and taking it back up and changing how the code looked. Just being distracted by another area because staying on task is apparently an issue. And I just never have enough fruit. I had seen a hint to get turnips, and then you can just eat 10 at once, but I always forget to do it. So I've got my tree that I wanted to put here. It still won't go in, of course. So I was like, I'm going to make sure this tree goes in, and then I will just terraform around it. And that's what I do. I end up terraforming around my tree and going back and taking all of this back up that I just changed again and making it all fit. Putting code back down because I am easily distracted. I end up putting a lot of code over here for my swamp area, trying to recreate it because it kind of, you can see it from the entrance, and so I wanted to be able to visualize what I was going to be seeing from the front entrance over here. And of course, the wheat field won't go where you want it. Was so thrilled that mushroom kind of tucked in there where I wanted it to go. Because 4 spaces or 6 spaces, it can be so hard. 4 spaces or 6 spaces, it can be so hard to just really find a way to fit them in, So I'm back over here, getting trees and bamboo. This is where I'm growing trees to be stunted, and they're just barely started, but I needed them now, so I figured I'd bring them over here, put them in. When they get to the size I want, I will stunt them later. Good. I gotta go get another tree. And of course, I gotta pick up the fossil because I can't stay there. It's distracting me. I am sometimes just so picky about no weeds on my island, no fossils in the ground, no shells on the beaches, no twigs on the ground, because it just bothers me to see them there. And here I decided that I needed something else here, so I decided what I was going to do is put a stunted piece of bamboo here, but I had to go get it. Running back, bringing my bamboo. I needed more bushes. I can't say it seems like you never have enough bushes in your pocket. Now I'm just putting down bushes, putting down a coat or two. Uh, Now I gotta go get my flowers. These these white and red tulips, not tulips, lilies. I ended up deciding not to use them. I planted a bunch of them. I ended up deciding not to use them. I planted a bunch of them, but I had been thinking I would use possibly the white ones, maybe the pink ones up in the mountains. But I ended up deciding that I just wasn't going to do it. I wanted to keep it all dark. I got myself distracted again. Um, I'm putting down some decking. I wanted it to match the other side, so it would look, symmetrical. And so that's why I'm running back and forth, back and forth. Does it look right? Is it the same spot? Am I starting in the same place? Then I got to dig up the tree because, there's a tree in my way. And I wanted to get this all done because I want to put a bridge in here to get across this river because it's been such a pain running back and forth across the bottom and hopping. So I wanted to be able to have a bridge here for the next day just to make things easier as far as getting across. And I tried to put my bridge in, and of course, it would not. So I had to run back across and go back over here. And I had to terraform the water so my bridge would go in. And then I realized I have to run all the way back because I did not have my vaulting pole. I got my vaulting pole out because I was so irritated I couldn't vault. Because when you don't have the tools you need, it's irritating. And of course, because my path was 3 wide, the bridge is 4, and I couldn't get it to line up. But I got my bridge in, and I came back over, and I was clearing out my pockets because they were kind of full. And these are things that I wanted to put down behind here, kind of separate fencing that I decided to put down behind here to kind of fencing that I decided to put down behind here to kind of separate resident services from this area. And I've had this for a tree and it wouldn't quite go where I wanted. And it just took me several times to get it, boom, right where I wanted. And look at that. It looks so good. I was really pleased at how because I wanted it to feel like you have a big swampy area that's open, but not so open that there was nothing else there but the swamp. And these are the coats that I'm using on the island, both sets. And thank you for watching, and please like and share my video. Goodbye.